So this past weekend, I joined my very first CruzHacks in UC Santa Cruz. So in part one of this video, I'm gonna be explaining what CruzHacks is, and part two, I will explain basically like what I did in CruzHacks and how it went basically. So yeah, so before we get started, I'm really sorry if the echo gets in the way, but unfortunately this is the best place I could find to do my video. So yeah, my dorm is mostly occupied now, so yeah. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So first, I'm gonna be explaining what CruzHacks is and basically what it composes of. So basically, CruzHacks is part of this thing called Major League Hacking, and it's basically, this is offered in many of the universities around the United States, I think, if not around the world. And basically, students have to come up to propose a solution to one of the world's problems. Let's say, for example, abortion or something like that, or allergies. So yeah. Not even just college students join the CruzHacks. There's even high schoolers, and yeah, even people from different universities have joined the CruzHacks too. Like, I've heard some students from UCLA, UC Davis, I think UC Berkeley joined the CruzHacks this year as well. So yeah, so that was pretty cool to have like a variety of different people coming here. So to join the CruzHacks. So yeah, so basically CruzHacks, we propose solutions, excuse me, to solve one of the world's problems, like abortion, something like that. And CruzHacks, it basically lasts for like basically the weekend. I thought it would last like a week or something, but not any more than that. So basically, so now I'm gonna kind of talk about how CruzHacks was run down by day. So basically, 5 p.m. on Friday, we basically checked into our to the CruzHacks event center. Basically, this year it took place in Stevenson Event Center. So basically, I've been spending most of my weekend there. So yeah, so basically 5 p.m. we checked in. And we also have free dinner too. We had Panda Express, and it was definitely way better than the dining hall food for sure. And like, for me, not having eaten Chinese food for a long time, I just think Panda Express hits different for some reason. But it was still good nevertheless. And yeah, so basically after dinner, they kind of introduced us to what CruzHacks is, what we're gonna be doing, and what are the prizes of for the winners. So for the CruzHacks, there are several winners, or there can be several winners. I think there can be up to 14 groups that can win a prize. I think it's either $3,600 or $36,000 in prizes that they offer. So they can offer stuff such like a gaming monitor, headphones, earbuds, Amazon Echo Dot, stuff like that. So yeah, so basically after talking about the prizes, I think after that they kind of introduced us to some people who previously attended this school, most likely as a Baskin engineering major. And like what jobs are they in, and what they have accomplished so far. So yeah, honestly, it was the part where they introduced like several different speakers. It was a bit boring, but I think they were there to kind of like inspire us and make us think about, like, you know, what things that we could create or something along the line. I don't know if every CruzHacks is like that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So basically, I think after that, 9 p.m., we start our CruzHacks project, aka we start hacking. So basically, this is the time where people start to come up with ideas and I guess kind of start to do some coding. And after that, the CruzHacks lasts from Friday 9 p.m. to Sunday 9 a.m. So basically, it's like a day straight, you know. So yeah, so Saturday we're there. Saturday there's also like a bunch of different workshops that you can go to, like how to use JavaScript, how to use Python, how to use AR, which stands for augmented reality. There's a bunch of cool stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't really have much time to attend the workshops since I was too focused on my project. So yeah. Oh, and also for your project, you can team up with at most 4 different people. Basically, you can find some people during the event, or if you have some friends, you can always pair up with them. So yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, Saturday, all the workshops go on and people are working on their code. So yeah, and then into Sunday morning, that's when all the projects are to be submitted, and basically sometime around the afternoon, there are some judges that will come around and basically and they will have you present what your CruzHack project was, and yeah, a very simple presentation for sure. And then a couple of hours later, the same day, they will announce the winners. So yeah. Oh, and also to get into the CruzHacks, there's like this application thing you have to fill out, and since a lot of people have interest in attending it, you basically have to like fill out this Google form and fill out like all the info of like why you want to attend it, and they want to know a little about you. And basically, since they of course can't take everyone who wants to attend, they basically have this system where they accept or reject people, kind of like college admissions, but CruzHacks was basically just 90% acceptance. So yeah, I got it, of course, but yeah. So yeah, it's pretty strange, but you know, it almost works like a college application. But anyways, so yeah. So yeah, in summary, the CruzHacks lasted from Friday to Saturday and then to the morning of Sunday, straight, no pauses, because you know, basically they allow people to work on the project straightforward until Sunday, and yeah, and also I saw some sleeping bags. I guess some people were staying in Santa Cruz since they don't have housing here, which is pretty cool. So, you know, one time I was walking past like a table, and someone was just like comfortable in their warm blankets, which is kind of funny. So yeah, definitely crazy. So now I'm gonna go on to explain how I did in CruzHacks, what we did, and what project was I involved in. So yeah. So basically, after 9 p.m., after the hacking started, my group and I was grouped with 3 different people. We came up with several different problems, potentially good problems. I think some examples were a UCSC accessibility map, allergen reminder. Basically, the allergen reminder is basically to warn people of like dishes in like a certain dining hall, since this campus currently has 4 dining halls. So yeah, basically they warn people of like which allergens or which dishes to prevent. So yeah, and then I think the third one was basically like a graduation tracker. So how that would work is like you if you're a computer science major, you list all the classes you have taken, and then the tracker will tell you if you're on track for graduation. So basically, we kind of had those 3 ideas, and we kind of narrowed it down to which one would be the most likable and the most doable, within 72 hours. Actually, not even 72 hours, probably maybe 48. Yeah, 48 hours, starting from scratch. So yeah, yeah. So basically, we kind of narrowed it down to which one is the most doable. So we all chose the allergen reminder, since it's the most conceptually doable, and it would be somewhat rewarding as we thought it would be. So yeah. So basically, we kind of spent maybe around 3 or 4 hours kind of planning down what we're gonna do. And basically, we kind of drew out what our website's gonna look like, and then we broke down our group into the front end and the back end. So basically, the front end will be responsible for creating the UI, and the back end will be responsible for fetching and processing the information. In our case, from the UCSC dining menu website. So yeah. So I worked on the front end, since that is something I kind of wanted to learn. The backend was just mostly just Python, even though I didn't really know like much about like fetching information. So I kind of wish I got into that too, but I kind of wanted to learn a little bit about JavaScript. So yeah. So yeah. So basically, after our planning, we all decided to leave for the night. And of course, the event is still going on. It goes on for like a straight 48 or so hours. So yeah. So basically, we left for the night. I wanted to get some sleep. And then the next day, I had to wake up at 8 a.m. That is definitely not the time that I wake up. I think I did sleep around like 2 a.m. So around 6 hours of sleep. That's all right. The next day, 8 a.m. I wake up. I head back to the event center where the CruzHacks is taking place, and I keep working on my JavaScript, trying to figure out how to, I guess, work out some of the basic elements like the text, the photos, the colors, the buttons, and drop down elements, stuff like that. So yeah. So I've been spending pretty much the whole day trying to figure all this stuff out, and yeah. And I also attended some workshops just to basically learn about JavaScript and like how to make a good looking UI. I definitely think it was useful, and we also like played some games just to basically get into our minds like what composes a good UI. Oh. The lights just suddenly went out. That was just weird. Yeah. Anyways, so basically I've been spending the whole time working on that, and then I basically didn't eat lunch for nearly a whole day because I was just too focused. And well, but you know, I did eat breakfast at the dining hall, but that's not the point. But I of course did eat dinner. They offered some of these I guess sandwich rolls from Costco. But yeah, anyways, so basically I was working on it for the whole day, and then basically I decided to leave the event center because I felt like I was kind of done for the day. And then basically my group wanted to call around like 2 a.m. but you know, it's Saturday, we didn't have much time, and once again the project was due at 9 a.m. on Sunday, so that was definitely not a lot of time. So yeah, so basically my group and I got into a call at 2 a.m. from I think almost 4 a.m. to kind of go over, or I guess kind of work on the final parts of the project, linking up the back end and the front end together. Unfortunately, we had quite some trouble doing that, and we were all tired, and unfortunately, we couldn't really get the project working, so that kind of sucked. So yeah, so that's definitely some learnings right here. And the learning outcomes I'll definitely explain towards the end of this video. So yeah, we were basically in a call from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. And then basically I was really tired, I wanted to sleep. So basically I slept up until 8 a.m. And then of course I had to go back to the event center where the hacks is taking place. And then basically we had to, I guess, kind of touch up on the UI since we couldn't really do much on the back end. So yeah. So after we submitted our project, we quickly made some slides to present our project, and basically what we showed is what it looks like, why do we do it, how it works, and all that stuff. So it's relatively simple. Just use something like Google Slides, and yeah. So basically we presented all our slides to judges in 3 minutes. That's like the time limit. So we presented as much as we can, and strangely enough, the judges didn't ask us any questions. So I was kind of thinking to myself, this is not a very good sign, because like, what if they're not interested in our project? So yeah. So basically after that, after all the judging, we kind of had nothing else to do, so we decided to basically disembark the event center, because CruzHacks was basically over already. Like, man, like CruzHacks is so short, but it's a very tiring process that takes place over the weekend. Basically, you get no sleep, you have to focus a lot on the project. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of twists here I didn't really expect. So yeah. So basically after that, we kind of like left the event because we were kind of done with it. And then after that, they did announce the winners, but of course we didn't win because because we had trouble with our last part of the project. So yeah, it was really unfortunate. So yeah, now I'm gonna explain the learning outcomes of this project. So yeah, so in terms of what I've learned in this project, I definitely learned a lot about JavaScript and kind of how to use it. And basically what I'm planning to do before next year's CruzHacks is to kind of look over like all the different problems that we could work on, like maybe a day or so before the event starts. And basically I'll probably pair up with some people and maybe try to come up with some potential problems, solutions before the event starts. So basically we have somewhat of a solid foundation of what we're gonna do, and that basically gives us less time for us to plan, and we could basically just jump right into coding. So yeah, so you know, that's my number 2 thing, is to definitely read over the prompts early and start thinking about some things that we can work on. And let's see, number 3 is to make sure that I attend all the different workshops, because there's definitely a lot that I can learn from the workshops, how they can, I guess, kind of, you know, influence like how I do in the project. So yeah, so I think the most important part of CruzHacks is definitely about planning and making sure that you're already prepared. And speaking of that, during the final day, Sunday, I saw a group with a 3D printer machine. All of the members of the group were completely dressed up. They had big monitor screens. They're just ready to like win the whole thing. I mean, like, that's just totally crazy. So yeah, and I'm not sure if they won because I wasn't there after after the judging had ended. So yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely be a lot more prepared, and you know, I'm definitely a lot more ready to show my skills in CruzHacks. So yeah. So there's definitely a lot that I learned in CruzHacks. It was definitely a very interesting, somewhat of a tiring process as of losing sleep, since, you know, once again, it took place from Saturday 9 p.m. No, not Friday 9 p.m. to Sunday 9 a.m. So yeah, it was definitely everything crammed together, starting everything from scratch. So yeah, yeah, definitely not much time, since you have to plan, write, test your code, debug your code, and all that stuff. So yeah. So yeah, CruzHacks was definitely fun. I'll definitely join the 2024 CruzHacks. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that. So yeah, I don't have too much to say. So if you have any questions about CruzHacks, and if you're interested to join, drop a comment down below and I'll try to answer it. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and that will be it. See you later.